Alright guys, it's time to talk about a lot of crypto news today. Basically, the Fed cut the rates by 25 basis points today, but what you're seeing, all this spook in the market, this was caused by they're only showing an average of about 50 basis point, of rate cuts expected in 2025. So that's their forecasts. Now keep in mind, Powell, earlier in the year, said that they were only going to cut, 75 BPS, this year. Now, we got one full, rate cut, 1 point, basically. So he cut more than he promised earlier in the year, and he even backtracked a few months later and said we were only going to get, I think 2 or something like this. And or maybe even 1, I can't remember exactly, but it was less than 3. And anyways, guys, you can see now that they've cut 4, times basically. And so who thinks this is really going to stick? I honestly don't. I think they will end up cutting more than 50 basis points next year, and that's, they have 8 or 9 meetings in a year, and for them to skip 6 or 7 meetings, some rate cuts, and I just don't think that's going to happen, guys. So we have to wait and see, but they see that inflation is basically a higher risk at this point than they did previously, and that's because we've been getting a little bit higher readings lately, with CPI and things like this. So, to cut rates further, they need to see more progress on inflation. So yeah, I do agree with that. But, to say that we're only going to get, 50 BPS next, year is a little bit crazy in my opinion. I don't think this will stick. Maybe we get every other meeting. So I believe we'll probably end up getting 1 full point next year, like we did this year, honestly. Now, let's jump into the Bitcoin chart here. I know this looks very ugly and you probably don't want to look at it, but we really need to look at it. And, I just extended this box a little bit more, guys. So I just pulled it over, and basically you can see where this is getting support. Now, it's kind of funny, guys. I didn't make this some scientific thought out box. I just wanted to show everybody in some videos a week ago or 10 days ago that basically we were just ranging within about $10,000. However, we broke out on 13th December, and we've been maintaining above this box for 5 days, and that's pretty amazing in my opinion. I didn't really expect this. But yeah, we are hanging on right now above this box. So this box is actually support. So I am interested to see whether we drop down into this box during the night. But in my opinion, I don't think we are going to go much lower. Now, it's hard to predict, what's going to happen with the markets right now, guys. We really wait and see, take a breather, go out with your family. Don't want portfolio, guys. I'm down, dollars at the moment from where I was just a couple of hours ago. But am I going to cry about that? Probably not, guys. I'm going to go to bed after I make this video for you guys and wake up and reevaluate everything in the morning, guys. So really don't worry about this. I think this is just something temporary. It may be 1 or 2 days, maybe a week, maybe even 2. But eventually, we're going to bounce, guys. And I don't believe this is over. And, the reason I don't believe that it's over is, of course, the pi cycle top indicator. It's not even close, guys. So we still have time. I still believe that this is just a big washout. And a lot of people are getting liquidated. They're learning lessons right now, and they're learning not to use leverage on Bitcoin. So, it's better just to hold the physical coin. Now is a good time to buy whatever you want to buy. Honestly, if you have some extra money, I wish I held the extra money that I got from Binance yesterday for today. But nobody can predict this. So, if you have some extra money and you're looking for, one of your favorite altcoins to get into, or, hey, now is probably the time. Now, I do believe if we seal like a daily above, let's see, let me make this a trend line, although it's not a trend, guys. I just want to put this line here. If we can get back above this, and I know that's a little bit off over here. Let's just say 106,200. I know I didn't make it perfectly straight. That's why you have it over here like this. Doesn't matter, guys. Let's just say, 106,200. Then I think that will signal we are back on our way, to the upside. So, however, like I said, I would like to hang on to this box, and I think that would signal strength. If we can hang on to, what is it, 101,300, that would be perfect. Now, this is the first time I've looked at ETH on this channel. I'm not a big fan of ETH. I'll go ahead and tell you guys this. But, like I said, ETH leads the way for alts. So, ETH is actually still not looking that bad. I know that it's dumped from over 4,100 to 3,700. That sounds terrible, but in reality, guys, you can see these little blue lines. We're just making higher lows still. There's a lot of higher lows, and we still, with this candle, have not broken lower than, for example, these two, higher lows. So basically, the chart for ETH is looking fine. We're getting support basically right here at $3,652. If I zoom in, you'll see this a little bit better. And, I believe if we can hang on to that level, that's fine. I think ETH is doing well. Now, I would like to see us get back, into this Fibonacci level here in this gray area, but again, we are making higher lows still, so that's good to see. Let's see where this ends up. We're very close to closing the daily candle, so we're probably not going to close it above what, 38.30 basically. So yeah, we just have to take it, one day at a time right now, one step at a time. But I do think we will recover very nicely. And yeah, don't worry. Now, if we take a look at the total market cap, guys, this includes Bitcoin. Looking ugly, yeah, I mean, but again, like Ethereum, basically, you're just making higher lows. Okay, this low, is lower than this low. So this one is higher than this one. And as long as we don't come down further, this is actually the next higher low. So while it looks pretty ugly, look at this candle. I mean, that was a massive drop. But this candle isn't even as big as this candle right now. And look, we came up higher. It wasn't much higher. Actually the wicks, I mean, they were somewhat, higher. But if we're just looking at the body of the candle, it's not much higher, but it's still higher. It's still a higher high. So, yeah, guys, I mean, oops, I'm drawing. Okay, I shouldn't do that. But, yeah, I mean, still, the total market cap, in my opinion, looking okay as long as we keep making these higher lows. I think we're going to move right along, and I think we're going to 8 to 12 trillion, in the end. Now, if we take a look at the total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, again, red candle. Now, this one, this is basically altcoins. It's almost at an equal low here. It's slightly lower, but I do believe before this closes tonight, it probably will pull back up a little bit more, and it will be another, higher low basically. just like Ethereum, just like the total market cap, with Bitcoin. I do believe, this will be another higher low. Now, the next resistance we're going to have to get above again is this resistance here that was holding us up so well. But yeah, guys, one step at a time. Now, taking a look at the Bitcoin dominance, guys, you can see that basically Bitcoin is still getting, green candles to the upside. So, kind of amazing, although right now it is slightly above this 58.09. Actually, it just came back down. So it's kind of teeter-tottering here. So let's see where this ends up tonight. Hopefully it doesn't go above 58.09 at the close, and we get a rejection and we can start, cascading to the downside here. That would be better for alts. Now, looking at the liquidation heat map, guys, I mean, there really isn't much below us anymore to, take out. So, look at the upside. There's more yellow here to the upside. We have a lot of yellow, but I do believe Bitcoin is going to follow this yellow and make a move and start liquidating, these shorts. So, but yeah, you can see it did fall through. There was, some yellow here. And, yeah, it went down, liquidated everybody, and, it had a little bit of a bounce, and probably people started to long again, and it came back down, wiped some people out, because they thought this was the bottom, and they're probably putting on some super leverage. So, yeah, I do think this will go back up, though, and start liquidating everybody once again, especially those that are shorting. Now, if we take a quick look at this, liquidation heat map, basically in the last hour, you can see the green is the longs are getting liquidated, and the reds are the shorts. So a lot of liquidations here, in the last hour. Let's put it on the 4 hour, though. I think it'll be much bigger, yeah. So 71, million in Bitcoin here. Longs getting liquidated on the 12 hour. Let's see what this pulls up. 88, and in 24 hours, yeah, 128 million. I mean, that's not too bad actually in reality, guys. I've seen a lot worse. So, yeah. Now, the funding rate heat map, it's still pretty much, green across the board, except for, what is this, ENA? I guess it's, yeah, it's not within normal limits, but if it's within green, yeah, pretty much it's normal. So right now, most things are still normal. Now, taking a look at the altcoin season index, guys, you can see we're at a 57 now. We've come down quite a bit. A lot of things, just really cascaded to the downside, especially alts, I mean. So yeah, it's not looking that great. But I'm actually still surprised we're at 57, honestly. But I do expect to bounce soon. I don't think we will go lower than these tops, actually, if we even go that low. But yeah, I do expect that, we would stay above probably this range here. And just have to be patient, guys. Now, fear and greed at 81 today. Probably going to see this come way down tomorrow. So, yeah, let's see what happens. Yesterday was 87. Like I said, we don't like to see extreme greed for very long. Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave you off on this note here. And you can see crypto bubbles, guys. Not looking great. A few things are green. BGB actually is green again today. I've made several videos on BGB here recently. And Pingu, that was a launch pool that I sold yesterday. I'm glad I sold it because, yeah, it went way down, But it is getting a bounce today. And there are a couple of other, projects here like Move and Virtual. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, keep your heads up, don't worry. Go out and get some fresh air. Spend time with your family. It's Christmas. I love you all. Thanks for supporting the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one.